What's going on? So in this video, we're going to talk about how narcissist abuse changes you, the good and the bad. So I'm going to be referencing things from my past and situations that I've been through in order to like tell you guys my perspective on how it changes you, how it kind of wakes you up in a way. So, um, you know, where my situation started was I was dating somebody who I was aware they had issues, and me and this individual had a lot of similar situations in our childhood. We both had childhood trauma. Where I'm from in Philadelphia, especially in the areas I'm from, most people come from childhood trauma. It's just when you go through childhood trauma, it affects everybody differently. Um, some people end up, getting personality disorders. Some people, are, deep on the spectrum of narcissism. Some people have so much trauma that they become borderline personality disorder individuals or whatever the case may be. Sometimes borderline personality disorder as well as narcissism is genetic, and when you're growing up, we're not taught about these illnesses or diseases or whatever the case may be. Some people say narcissists are demons, you know what I'm saying? I call them demons, I'm sorry, because of the turmoil that they do to you. But um, so when you grow up in dysfunctional families, narcissistic families filled with narcissistic abuse, you really don't you really don't know what's going on. So, for example, if you grew up in a narcissistic family, whether your mom's a narcissist, your dad's a narcissist, or they both could be a narcissist, um, it's almost like it becomes normal to you. So if you could find a partner, and as a young person, um, subconsciously you basically try to save your parents in a way. So when you come across a partner, if they remind you of your mom or your dad, then you, in a sense, are trying to save your parent through your partner. So that's what they call a trauma bond. And so when I was in my relationship, I I knew it was a lot wrong, but it's hard to explain. Like a lot of people will be like, I seen another YouTuber talk about this. I think her name is New Breed something, but a lot of people will be like, "Oh yeah, just break up," or when you get discarded, when that person, my discard was a little weird because, all right, so when narcissists discard you, they typically devalue you at first. It's three phases. It's the idealization, that they idolize you. You know what I'm saying? You on a pedestal. You the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? They love bomb you and they idolize you, and then they devalue you. They talk trash on you. They spread lies about you. Do smear campaign. Then they discard you. Where they talk about you, a lot of times they lie. Borderlines and narcissists both lie and say, you were abusive. The weird part was the person I was dating. I remember I was in a car with her and mom, and she was talking about her ex, and she was like, "Yeah, he was abusive or whatever the case may be." I mean, come to find out, that wasn't true, and come to find out, she was kind of physically abusive and doing most of the toxic stuff she said he was doing, which is projection. And then I didn't realize it until after the fact because, she said that I was abusive, and our relationship was a lot of on and off. We broke up a lot. I feel like most of the people I dated, we broke up a lot because most people, like young people, have childhood trauma, especially when you're from like the inner city, like when you're from like the Chicago's, Philadelphia's, the Detroit's. Like that's what we know for. We know for dating people and not have worked on ourselves, and we got so much childhood trauma. But you know, I've always been like a very physically fit person. You know what I'm saying? But that relationship kind of caused me to gain a lot of weight, which I dropped so much weight after that relationship because um, it was just like it was almost like it sounds weird, but when you in these trauma bonds with a narcissist, it's almost like you're dating your parent or the love you were trying to get from your parent or the love you were trying to give to your parent. You kind of try to do that with your partner in a it's hard to explain to certain people because like I said, certain people just be like, oh yeah, just break up with them or just it's really not that simple. And then once they discard you, a lot of times they try to do it in a harsh way because they want to hurt you. You know, 9 times out of 10, not self-aware borderlines and narcissists want to hurt you. So they want to replace you with somebody else. They want to triangulate you with somebody else. They typically are sleeping with somebody else before they leave you and stuff like that. Um, so a lot of that weird stuff going on. The most blessed thing that I got, to be honest, obviously I didn't have it all figured out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does who's dealing with a narcissist, but I had like this intuition on the inside of me that I knew something was off. So that my intuition kind of saved me in a way because I started googling stuff, and you know, I would like I have a very defiant personality, but I also I go back and forth between like letting people know and then I go into people pleaser mode, which I've changed a lot throughout the last year dealing with life coaches and therapists and stuff like that. But during that time, especially because subconsciously I knew I was dealing with narcissism within my family, but I didn't really know. But I was always defiant within my family, and that's what they hated about me. That's what they hated about me. They hated the fact that I was very empathetic. I'm a male empath, and I didn't even know I was a male empath. So my narcissist ex told me she was an empath. So she fake crying and all that stuff. So I'm like, dang, what the heck is an empath? But I never really looked it up. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that I was an empath, but I just know that my family, my narcissistic family, will look at me like. I remember when I was like going through it at one point, my mom or the narcissists around me would look at me like I was disgusting when I would like get emotional or whatever the case may be, and like obviously men supposed to be masculine and stuff like that, and obviously I still feel like I'm masculine. And I'm still a lot of the trying to fight people. Most of the stuff that we do is out of trauma and and out of ego. I said this in my last video as well. Um, but men can cry and still be masculine. You know what I'm saying? Men can be an empath and still be masculine. But these narcissists, they don't have no empathy. I remember telling, my narcissist mom one time, I'm like, I've never seen you cry. Like at funerals, people dying, X, Y, and Z. Like I've never seen you cry. And I was always like quote unquote onto her because of my intuition. And I loved my mom. I still have love for my mom in a certain way, but um, I can never be around her again. No contact. But it's just crazy, you know. The bad side is that narcissistic abuse causes you emotional flashbacks, because you have PTSD or CPTSD. It causes so many different things. It causes issues in your body. They're still doing research on it and stuff like that. The good thing is that you wake up and you realize not only whether you have narcissists in your family, but you might have dated multiple narcissists. You might have dated. Now, me, I only dated one. I've dated borderline personality disorder individuals as well. Um, and when they're not self-aware, they're just as bad as narcissists, to be honest, or working on themselves. But the one of the dope things that you gain out of all of this narcissist abuse is knowledge. So when you go into your jobs, when you go into public, when you go, when you're just out here in society, because there are a lot of narcissists out here in society. Obviously, there are not narcissists everywhere. I made a video on that as well, but there are a lot of narcissists out here, and that type of information is very important um, when dealing with people in society, because I just feel like it's a crazy world we live in. And you want to know these type of things because narcissists are very good at lying, manipulating, and making you feel like you're less than, or you know, you just want to know these tactics of manipulation and lies and stuff like that, so you can just separate yourself. You might have a boss that's trying to make you feel like X, Y, and Z, and if you're conditioned within a narcissistic family, you'll sit here and think the boss is right. They messing with your energy, they messing with your emotions and stuff like that. You don't got time for that. You just want to separate yourself from that. You know what I'm saying? You can't win with these narcissists. You cannot respond to them in a certain way and then think that you're going to let them know. You can't let these people know. anybody that's going through narcissistic abuse, I honestly do feel for you. You know, anybody that's the scapegoat or a black sheep of your family, I honestly do feel for you because you basically realize nobody cares about you. You basically that's the hard reality I had to come to, that the people around you only really care what the narcissist in your family thinks. The people around you. My sad reality, and I like being vulnerable with y'all and real with y'all on YouTube because a lot of y'all are going through things that are very similar, and it might help somebody. But the sad part to me about this whole situation is the fact that when you realize that you dated a narcissist and you realize that you're a scapegoat of a family, think about that. Nobody cares about you. Your ex-partner didn't care about you. Your own family don't really care about you. My phone about to die. Your own family don't care about you. Think about it. Narcissists don't love. They say borderlines don't love. You know what I'm saying? I have narcissism and borderline in my family. I've dated narcissists. I've dated borderlines. So at the time when I look back and self-reflect on everything I was going through dealing with narcissistic abuse, I was playing ping pong with my ex's family and my own family. I'm pointing out stuff that my ex is doing. My mom is gaslighting me and telling me that I should continue dealing with it because she's like, if you get a new girlfriend, you gotta bring your new girlfriend in. We gotta like her. No, you like my current girlfriend because she's just like you. Y'all both demons. You know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? And it was hilarious because um, people would be like, "Yo, like, why don't you blah blah blah?" And it's hard to. It's a deep thing dealing with narcissistic abuse. It's honestly very deep. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people are not self-aware. A lot of people will never become self-aware. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed enough to become self-aware. I'm blessed enough to recognize that my family didn't want what's best for me. That my family, honestly wanted to bring me down because narcissistic families don't care if you die. As a scapegoat, they'll say you the bad child. They say you always do X, Y, and Z. They'll continue to lie about you. They'll tell your other family members, your aunts, your uncles, the family friends. They'll tell all these lies about you to make you look a certain type of way. And the only thing you have is your truth. But the person you dating will do the same thing. They'll do smear campaigns. They'll say you abused them. They'll make you go to jail. They'll lie about you to go to jail. Yeah, listen, when I first broke up with my ex, you know what I'm saying? She go talk to somebody else. I don't really care because I figured her out before that. She tried to make it look like I was doing X, Y, and Z, but I figured her out before that. I broke up with her multiple times, and then I figured her out. Once I figured her out, which was a bad thing because I didn't know. I knew. I watched Dr. Romney's videos, but I didn't give a fuck. I had too much of an ego, so I sent her certain things, and then she basically like, I guess, raged or whatever, and um, I kind of made it look like, yeah, oh yeah, I feel so bad, but in reality, I'm like, yo, get this demon away from me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have no choice. So everybody around her, who cares? She probably lied and made me look crazy, or I reached out to people in her family and stuff like that, but that was only because every time I would break up with her, somehow she would come back. So I had to make it look like I'm doing her way. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, so she can get out my hair. If I didn't reach out to whether her brother, her uncle, or whatever the case may be, because those people I was actually close to, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't reach out to these people or make it look like I was obsessive, that's what the guy on YouTube told me to do. I forget his name, but he had like a purple background and stuff. But if I didn't come off that way, then just like the other 5 times we broke up, she would have just kept coming back in some way. And then who knows how that would have turned out, because I've read some stuff on Reddit and Quora about how narcissists or borderlines or whatever the case may be doing some crazy stuff. So I had to basically look like a stalker in a way to get them out your face so they could be like, oh my god, this is no, I'm not attracted to that no more. Or then don't be attracted to that because I don't want to date a demon. You know what I'm saying? I truly love people. I truly loved the narcissist in my life, the relationship I was in. I truly loved my family. I was trying to do the best I could for them. I was trying to do the best I could, but it's nothing I could do. And at this point, yes, I'm upset. At this point, yes, I'm angry. I came a long way. I'm not as angry as I was a year ago, but as time goes on, as I'm in no contact, I will continue to spread love from a distance to all these people that used to be in my life, to all these people that I used to deal with, to all these people who are spreading lies about my name, to all these people who have something to say about me, to all these people who say I'm abusive, to all these people who, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that used to be in my life, I love y'all, for real. Like, all the narcissists, all my exes, all my family members, all of my family friends, everybody from my hometown. I no longer live in my hometown. Much love to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short. Life is too short to hold grudges. Life is too short. Life is too complex. You know, we out here being chosen. Life is very deep. And sometimes I wonder, like, why did this happen to me? You know? How did this reality happen to me? Like, I'm on a complete other side of the United States. And I ran into narcissists and I dealt with narcissistic abuse. I grew up in narcissistic abuse. Like, obviously, I feel like my purpose is to spread this message to everybody, to tell everybody, you know, you can get through this because I did, and I worked so hard in order to continue to push forward and spread this message and spread my story in order for people to learn from it. But sometimes I do wonder, like, dang, why this happened to me? How I lose my whole family? How I lose everybody that was around me? You know what I'm saying? All my loved ones. How did my partner end up being a demon? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do wonder that. And it is kind of sad. But it's something in me, and I think it's God, it's something in me that keeps telling me, you gotta keep pushing forward. You gotta keep moving forward. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know what it is, but something just keeps telling me you gotta keep moving forward. Because my intuition, my knowledge, and everything that I'm learning, the self-awareness, the learning about narcissism and learning about all these personality disorders, and God gave me the knowledge for a reason. God gave me the intuition for a reason. God gave me a high vibration for a reason. So there has to be a purpose at the end of this journey, but I'm going to continue to spread my message. I'm going to continue to spread my journey. I'm going to continue to teach people through the experiences I'm going through. And I'm going to continue to raise the vibration and raise the consciousness and try to spread, you know, positivity and information out to people based off of the things that I've been through. And that's all I can really do. But it's your boy Josh Different, mind, body, and soul. I'm different.